Gary's, we're back, part 4 of the turbs conversion. As you can see, S13 finally got picked up, so it's off to its new owner. And over here, we've got the rocker covers. So they dried overnight, put a clear coat on them. They actually look really good in the video. I thought last night I was spewing because I had 2 different types of clear coat. One of the cans started spraying like shit, and I ended up changing halfway. I was like, oh, hopefully they don't react. The different clear, but actually came out and looked pretty dull. But actually just came out pretty good. It's still a tiny bit duller than it was yesterday. So I've got a buff that I got for the nug to buff that up. So I reckon we'll just go over the tops, buff them back, get them get a bit more glossy again. And Corey's got the bay all masked up, same as he did on the nug, so we can get that looking much neater. We can pull the covers off, put the inlet on, get it all back together. Yeah, girl.
Keep it right! Oh, I farted. I'll drive this up.
Well, that was a bit of a mission of a day. Got away from us a little bit, as always. But we got some stuff done. And back tomorrow to finish a lot of it off. But let's go through quickly what we got done. First of all, I'd like to point out that we've cleaned up the tyre rack very nicely. Got rid of a lot of spare parts and whatnot. It's looking a lot nicer this side of the factory. 32 off the hoist, slammed on the shockworks. Fitting much nicer. We bashed the guards a bit to fit the tyres nicer and get it nice and low. And that's on the biggest tyres that will end up going on it. But it's looking so much better on the 17s. 18s just did not look right. So we've got the Zestinos on the back, the 215/45. So pretty much, if it goes into a bit higher level comp or whatever, it can pretty much suit all grip levels. And we've gone the Jin U semi up front, which is pretty much the same as a Good Ride, which is what I rep on the front of the 33, and love them for a good, cheap, nice grippy semi and all-rounder. Not too grippy and not doesn't need much. You don't need to heat them up or anything. They're just grippy straight away. That's what I like about them. Where a lot of other tyres, you need to get some heat into them before they're grippy. This you can send out cold straight into battles, and you can trust that they're going to be good. So you got that all done. Coolers off the nug. So that side's not black. That's the hot boy side. Anyway, we've got that all out. You can. Oh shit! You can hear that. You can hear she's full of degreaser, brake cleaner, or whatever. She was definitely full of oil, so that explains all the smoke and the nug. What else? Masked up some of the nasty trims and just giving them a quick black coat. That'll clean it up heaps good. She's ready now tomorrow to clean up all the rest of the pipes. Just give you a quick look-see. I think this pipe here, is that the one? Yeah, look at that. That must have been from that little bit that I drove with that turbo. Disgusting, just full of oil, and the cooler's even worse. I'll chuck that back there for tomorrow. So yeah, get the cooler back on, front bar back on, and then she's ready for a good cut back and polish to make it perfect. I want to also tint these because it just looks completely out of place, and I've got some new GT badges to go on there, and that's pretty much this car done. Oh, that's right. Window guy has got to come, or we've got to get some rubber seals for the front windscreen too to finish that off also. And then it's just interior stuff, yeah, and the cut and polish. And she's ready to give away and do the video. I think it's next week on that, and she's released next Sunday. So exciting. Back to the 34. Yeah, all clear coated, and we polished these back a bit, so they're shiny again, looking nice, Gary. And got the one thing I didn't notice is the Neo covers. These sit up higher. The 25 DET ones are like flush. It look heaps nicer, but whatever, it is what it is. Cleaned these up, made the shiny boy too, and tapped them in. Got the single one too, so for another cover, so got two singles. Normally this is a bloody double one or whatever, so I got two single ones to go to the catch can that's coming from next level that we'll chuck in too. Another little trick for blocking off the PCV valve on the covers is I think it's an 18mm. I think even 17.5 was better. The 18 was a bit tight, but we got it in there nice and flush. So it's a Welsh plug, brass Welsh plug. Yeah, to block that off. And something I forgot to mention is I shaved off the big mounting point that's normally on these covers that's up there. So that sort of neatens up the rockers heaps. What else? We got everything waiting to go, so we got the paint done on this obviously. But it takes ages to dry this stuff, so she's still a bit tacky. Yeah, it's still real tacky, so we'll leave it overnight and maybe crank the heater tomorrow and try and get it so we can work on this without marking it all. But it looks so much better already, just neatening it up like that. And yeah, then we can start throwing everything back on, change these covers. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the double boy, and that's that mount that I cut off. Just shit that you don't need. But yeah, so we can clean up the rest of the bay, change covers, put the inlet on, turbo stuff all on, start welding up exhaust piping, get the black cooler on there. Yeah, it's all coming together. The ECU should be here soon, and a few other parts and whatnot for this thing, coilovers, and actually may have some other wheels now for it. So we'll have the skidders, and then I'll have a full set of hot boy wheels for this car, which should look good. This car will be sort of like half street spec, still be drivable on the street. So the idea is when we have the drift school instructor, we'll lock someone in, someone experienced, most likely a friend. And the idea is they'll come here, pick the car up before the event, and they should be able to just drive it straight to the track. And they'll look after the car and be the one-on-one instructor with whoever hires the car. And they'll make sure they don't cook it and whatnot, and brings the car back in one piece. And yeah, perfect. Anyway, that's today's task done. I'll come back tomorrow and try and get some of this stuff done. Nice, Gazza. We're back, and I picked up some things. So I picked up the ECU and some new wheels for the 34, which are right here. Ooh. So I got my old T7Rs back. So they're off the S14 giveaway. Unfortunately, Reet had to part ways with the car. He put it up for sale, and he hit me up straight away asking me if I wanted the wheels back or anything. And I was like 100%, because I bought those wheels brand new and then swapped them for the current wheels on the 33, then bought them back to put on the S14, and now they're back here again, so they can't get away from me, those wheels. But stoked, because they'll be perfect on the 34. A bit unfortunate about Reese having to get rid of the car due to some expensive medical bills for his daughter. Their family needed the money, so still glad that we could, the car, and I guess now the money can go to someone that's in need. So it's always good when that sort of thing happens. But yeah, all the best to him. and the new owner too. I can't say anything yet because nothing's been released, but looks like you'll get to see much more of that car, which is awesome. Anyway, back into what we're doing. Corey's just made up a ghetto dump pipe. So we've got the factory dump pipe, and we've just welded an old front pipe to it just to make it one piece. These actually flow well, so that's where we're at with that. And we just need to weld some stuff to the turbs, and we can start the cooler piping. And that's right, yeah, it's got that black cooler on there too. Nice. And R33 is currently working on just cleaning the piping and the cooler, all the shat that's in it. And that's right, the dose wasn't good enough. That pipe that I had on there, so we're ditching that. And the airflow meter in the cooler now, just so we can have that straight pipe off the turbski. We'll get a nice small alloy, 3-inch or something, 90-degree bend. And there you go. So it's got the soldering iron. Just a little trick for if you ever put airflow meter in the piping, because you can these covers can pop off and you can screw the sensors and all that. So there's a little hole. You can see. Oh no, you can see it right there. Might be able to hear the air when I pushed it. When I push on that, you can hear the air coming through there. So basically, all you do is you heat up your soldering iron and just melt that hole over with plastic until you can't hear it, and it'll stop popping this top off. And also, you might see that we've modified. Let's see if I've got another one here. We basically just chopped that end off, so stopping us from needing to use one of these brackets, which can sometimes leak as well. I mean, they do the job, it's easy, but this is also better, and also you can fit it nicely in the pipings, and you still have a nice lip there, so it won't pop off. Perfection. Oh, you can solder that up and get her in there, get her dose, and I want to see how much stuff comes out of this cooler too. It's full of oil. I really hope that there's nothing in the front of that turbo. Replace the cooked turbo with another cooked turbo. Oh yeah. That's a ticket. Smelt it real good. Stick her in there real nice. Probably can't see anything. Camera in your face.
No, I'll just watch the
Just
camera.
watch it. That's it.
There we go, look at that. He's filled
melt her
up.
up. Yeah, stick her in there. And then you
Oh.
pushing the bottom. No air.
Can't hear nothing.
That's it, Gary. Alright, let's keep going. I want to hear this thing start up. Oh, almost forgot. Oh, ECU, boy. Plug in adaptronic. Gangster. So I can plug her in, and I reckon I can chuck my old tune on this. The old 33's tune, because it's literally running the same setup. The old injectors, the old turbo, similar fuel pump. And she'll fire up, and I'll just send it. I'll just chuck 20 PSI and send it, I reckon. She won't. She'll love it. Same motor. Definitely not high comp. But yeah, there she is. Plug in. Nice little bit of gear, the old adaptronic. It comes with all the that. I think it comes with like the base maps on there. Even comes with a little bottle opener. Laughing. Some stackers. And the cable. Okay. Let's do it. Alright. Let's empty this cooler and that pipe. So you put a degreaser in that ass. Ugh. This is the one I want to see though. Pull that tapey boy off. Yep. Get it out real good.
Oh.
Bloody Gary Martin, before he leaves, must have raged it and throwing degreasers on the ground, breaking the caps off. Why can't I work? How do these work? So it's got like That's obviously sealed off there and it must flow.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird how it works.
Strange.
Mad restriction, I reckon. These things.
Look at that tape. Nasty.
Moment of truth. Drank it. Oh yeah. It sounded worse than it was. It didn't look as black as expected. There was definitely a bit in there.
There was a bit taken out already, but
Oh, you already took some out?
yeah.
True that. Oh, a bit of luck. It's minty, fresh.
Probably just trying to get it all out.
Yeah. Burnout will clear it out. Alright, let's keep going. I sprayed these up. Should be able to take that off. There we go. Hop. It's the little things, you know, that make a difference. Much nicer. Let's get that little badge on the bottom there. She's beautiful. Alright, so it's been a couple of days now. Had a few dramies, nothing too bad. Got a bunch of stuff done, not too much worth filming, so I'll just quickly run through everything now. Had the auto elect down. Corey's had some dramies. At the moment we're just getting the R33 ready, so pretty much finished that off. Yeah, let's just go through some of it. So might as well start at the front. Got the 32. So finally got the electronic boost valve and the air temp sensor all wired in. Oh hey!
Sorry to interrupt your vlog, but the Kang is here.
Stop ruining my vlog every time you come here.
I'm not ruining it. There's actually been studies that show that I make your vlog 10% better.
Well, you did get me like 50 subscribers the other day, so
Yes,
I owe
that's
you.
actually pretty good.
It's not bad. Haven't even done anything.
Oh, look at this.
So if you don't know, Mike's here, do marketing things. This is the next giveaway car,
Oh.
and so we're just giving her a final clean ups.
Don't bother entering because I'm winning in this thing. It's going to be in my shed.
That's it.
So good.
And there's a couple of days left on this boy. So she's still sitting here ready, getting a bit dirty now. I'll have to give her a clean up before we draw it next week. Anyway, back to this. The 32, still doing funny things with the map. So I've just, had to sort of get her up the tune to make it run and work for now. We'll have to get Dr. Drift back onto it. The Nug, what have we done? I've finally got the cooler and everything back on it. So that's all cleaned out, all back on. Airflow meter and piping, get it up a dose pot. So we've got an alloy one in there. It's probably a bit too long, so hopefully it all doses and hopefully this thing stops smoking. If it hasn't, I'm thinking of just throwing a hypergear, the smaller Typhoon on there, because you don't need a tune and it'll just go hard. So we'll see if she's still smoky after we run it for a bit. We're going to give it a wash, and I reckon we finally got 100 likes on the video. No one wanted to do 100 likes for the skid, so we finally got there, I think, just the other day. So that's enough of a reason to do a skid.
Do we get to do a skid
Yeah, bloody oath to get to do a skid. So I reckon the perfect car. A few people asked, do it in the Nug. I mean, it's supposed to be a skid car. It's semi-street, semi-skid. It's got the cage in there ready to go and the bucket seats. But then, yeah, it's still street registerable, pretty stock. But yeah, we'll send a skid in there, I reckon, just for you. We'll see if it doses good too. I'm sure it'll send a good skid. Now to the 34. We haven't got the new wheels on it yet because we're just getting things finished on it. But Corey's been working hard. We've got the covers all on, intake on, throttle body, all the wiring. It's all wired up. Auto elect came and wired in temp sensor. Deleted some stuff we didn't need. All the cool piping's done. Damn. So that's looking nice. You like how he ran it through there for extra long length for dose. Yeah, he's done a nice neat job. First time back welding in a long time, so good on you, Corey. And one thing that we like to do is try not to have any silicon close to the exhaust manifold because it just cooks. So yeah, we've welded the elbow on there off the turbo to keep the silicon as far away as possible. 2 to 2.5 adapter, and yeah, we've just gone 2.5 inch piping all the way through for that response. We've got the comp gate, 40mm comp gate. She's all sitting on there, all done up. The screamer pipe straight down there, looking sexy. The vacuum lines running to the boost tees, just sitting upside down there. So we can wind that all up. And yeah, that's pretty much this car. The ECU's out. Steve bought all that. He's wired everything into the ECU. I've got the ECU vac line coming in here for the map sensor. And yeah, it's pretty much good to plug that in, put the base map on there, and she should run. Just need to chuck some fuel in, and this beast will be up and running. One thing funny I noticed is, I sort of cleaned it up a bit, but for some reason these ECUs, they get oil all over them. So if anyone knows why the hell that is, this one was sort of covered. Corey's obviously cleaned it up, but all on the wires and on the back here, it was like full of oil. There's the old, yeah, here we go, old ECU. Weird as, there's no reason for oil to run to an ECU. I don't know if it just runs down the wires or whatnot, but bulk oil in the wiring harness. So, like I said, he sees it a lot on 34s for some reason, sometimes 33s. But that's hell weird. So interesting, if anyone knows why the hell that is. And so the drymings that we had was the turbo. So I noticed when he pulled the housing off to weld that up, I pulled it off once and had a look at the fins, and I was like, oh no. He's obviously pulled it off in a bit of an angle, and this was the result. Oh yeah! So he broken the edges of the fins off, so that is a no deal for hitting boost nicely or holding boost. So luckily, the good thing about these turbos that we run, they're locally done. The hyper gear, he does a good job, and we just shoot down there and pretty much fix it on the spot for me. It was like $100, new wheel, all machine balanced up, ready to send again. We've got a fresh wheel on there, and we're laughing. So that's it, pretty much mad updates. Time to send a skid, and then next on the list we'll finish this thing and get it all fired up and off to Dr. Draft. Alright, skid time.
Skid time, mate.
Skid time. Let's crank her up. We've got the extraction fan on, ready to suck up that smoke so Corey can keep doing some work without all that smoke inhalation. And we'll chuck the roller door down behind and we'll send it. See if it can even skid. Stock power. Hear that purr. Alright, get her out of there, let her warm up. Release fast action. Sweep her up. I don't know why I made lines to there. Sort of just brought some burnt rubber out. Oh yeah! Bloody skids. Oh me. Don't wet your boots.
Oh, waterproof, mate.
Yeah, you're getting off the rubber, but then you're bloody cleaning the front section. Still smoky in here? Oh, still smoky, hasn't it? Yeah. Didn't blow up. Mad bonus. Oh, good times. Oh, thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching our Reetness and our antics and whatnot. Make sure you hit that likes and subscribe. And let's get this beast done next on the dyno. Until then.